today I'm going to show you how focusing on one thing can unlock and shift everything in your business. And the number one thing you need to start with is finding the bottleneck in your business. Sometimes the reason that you're feeling stuck is that you're trying to fix everything at once. And the issue is, if everything is constantly always on fire, how do you know what to focus on, right? Focusing on multiple issues can eat up your time and your mental space. And so, how it shows up for you, it could be over delivering, constant, you're constantly tired, you have no energy, and things of that nature. And for one of my clients, she felt like she was drowning. I posted this maybe yesterday, and the biggest issue for her were boundaries. And so, when we fixed that, it gave her back time, it gave her back energy, and she was able to stabilize her income. And this matters because if you don't identify the bottleneck in your business, you keep pouring energy into the wrong areas. We all know what that's like, to put energy into the wrong things. In the end, you're like, man, I wasted my time. And that's not what you want to be saying, right? You want to be able to focus on that one thing so that you're able to shift your energy into the spaces that matter for you. So, what I want you to do is write down your top three frustrations and circle the one that, if solved, would ease the most pressure right now. So once you find the bottleneck, it will impact everything, right? So the truth is that your business is like a chain. Your business is like a chain. One weak link affects the whole system, right? Your time, your money, your energy. And one issue can create domino effect through the rest of your business, right? So solving the right problem will actually clear space for progress everywhere else. So if you're solving the right issue, it will then free you up to focus on other things that can create more income for you. Another client of mine was, having issues with pricing. So we looked closer, and again, boundaries, client communication, timing, and things of that nature. So once she actually fixed that, she was able to get her to market and confidently raise her prices. So let's look at the ripple effect to that. Poor boundaries equals drained energy, equals no space for marketing, in her case, and stalled revenue. When you have a business is all about revenue. If your revenue is stalling, then you need to really evaluate what you were doing so that you can bring that revenue up. Because if you're not making money, then you are losing money, which means your business may need to close. I was watching a podcast episode this week about, I can't remember her name, Nicole, I think that's a black skincare brand. And, she was just going through her story about why she had to close her business and the many kind of red flags that came up that she missed or, you know, addressed and couldn't really rectify based on her particular situation. But yeah, stalled revenue matters. I want you to commit to resolve one issue this month, right? One issue this month. Put a timeline on it, because if you don't put a timeline on it, you're most likely never going to get around to it. And let everything else wait, because this is the priority. So put it in your calendar and act like it's an appointment. For me, if it's not on my calendar, it doesn't happen. So utilize your calendar and use it this way to help you, solve that one issue for yourself. Once you find the bottleneck in the business and you understand that it affects everything, also understand that once you begin the changes, the ripple effect is focus, and focus also creates momentum. One pressing issue creates clarity, and clarity creates momentum, and it will spill into every part of your business. And it matters because when your attention is all over the place, it's split in 10 different directions, you're not going to be progressing well in any area. Have you ever tried to do 10 different things at once? I am a multitasker. Sometimes I'm great at it and sometimes I'm not. But what I know when I'm locked in, when I'm focused on just one thing, like we're moving, right? The energy is moving, everything is moving, and I'm going through and getting the clarity that I need. And when it comes to clarity, I want you to know clarity is not a dirty word. It doesn't mean you're confused. And it doesn't mean you're a bad business owner or you have a bad business model, right? It doesn't mean any of that. It just means you need to figure this part out. That's it. I know when it comes to when it comes to hearing the word clarity and being a business owner and asking for help concerning that, sometimes it makes you feel like, yeah, I'm not a good business owner. I don't know what I'm doing. And that may be far from the truth. Sometimes you just need that extra help, that extra hand to help you walk through the situation. Sometimes you need a different perspective because when you're in it, sometimes you can't see, right? You can't see the full picture. And that's what an extra person will create for you. So when you fix one thing, it's going to give you the consistency, the confidence, and the space to think about your next income stream. It's going to unlock the time and the energy and the mental capacity for you to think about what happens next. Because that is the goal for you all, is to have that additional income stream to add to what you're currently doing now. And the goal is for generational wealth. That's what we're here for. That's what we want to do. So what I want you to do is commit to that. Okay, commit to that idea of building momentum, of going full steam. And you got to ask for help if that's something you need. There is no shame, there is nothing like that in wanting or needing that extra pair of eyes with you. If the goal is to grow your business, then we need to do what it takes to do that. Okay, take care until next time.